Curfew hours lengthened and public gathering limit reduced until February 24. 70 serviced lots issued at Windcrest Hills, and 114 houses to be built under National Social Housing Program. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan. Last Tuesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced a 2-week revision of the COVID-19 containment measures. Between February 10 and 24, the all-island nightly curfew will begin at 8 p.m. daily. The public gathering limit has been lowered from 15 to 10 persons. Mr. Holness told Parliament that the changes were in effect to curb the alarming spike in COVID-19 cases and associated deaths.
There is need for a greater sense of urgency, both on the part of the government in our response, but more so on the part of the citizen. You have to take greater personal responsibility.
The Prime Minister also expressed concern about the rapid increase in COVID-19 related hospitalizations. He said COVID-19 ward capacity across the regional health authorities ranged between 59% and 83%. 3 metropolitan hospitals were at or above 90% of their COVID-19 patient capacity.
It is not the objective of the government to kill commerce. We do this very reluctantly, but having great regard to the fact that if we don't act now, we could overwhelm our health system.
While in Parliament Tuesday, the Prime Minister announced increased powers for the security forces. He said the police would soon be able to ticket persons who violate curfew and quarantine orders under the COVID-19 protocols. Legislation to enact this is expected to go before the House of Representatives during the first sitting of the new parliamentary year.
In my conversation with the Minister of Justice, the legislation is complete in terms of its drafting, and by next week it should be with the Legislative Committee for final approval.
On Thursday, the Prime Minister issued 70 titles for serviced lots at Windcrest Hills in Hellshire, St. Catherine. He also reiterated government's commitment to providing 70,000 housing solutions over the next 5 years. 10,000 of those solutions will be set aside for persons under 30 years old.
If we are able to put 70,000 new housing solutions that are affordable on the market, we would have made a significant dent in the squatting problem, but we would have also made a significant dent in creating communities that would give you the basis of seeing the emergence of a strong middle class in the country.
Thursday also saw the Prime Minister delivering a 2-bedroom dwelling to Venetia Reid of St. Andrews Southern. The home was provided to the mother of 2 through the National Social Housing Program (NSHP). Government is projecting to deliver 114 such projects worth $1.17 billion in the upcoming financial year.
A total of 290 applications have been received from members of Parliament across 58 constituencies. Of the 290 applications received, 213 have been approved by the new Social Housing Program Project Oversight Committee.
Up to January 31, 15 housing units totaling $120 million have been completed by the NSHP, which is being run by the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation.
That works out roughly to about $8 million per housing solution. Currently, there are 28 active construction projects ongoing, and they range from between 5% completion to 99% completion.
It's expected that all projects will be completed by the end of the 2020-2021 financial year in March. The NSHP seeks to improve the housing conditions of the country's poor and indigent population and forms part of the housing component of the HOPE program. On Wednesday, Minister with responsibility for works in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Everald Warmington, announced several road improvement projects for the 2021-22 financial year. He said 8 projects would be undertaken as part of the new Special Infrastructure Program. They will address recurrent congestion, highway operating costs, safety for motorists and pedestrians, and the provision of water supply and sewer facilities. Minister Warmington said a section of the Sandy Gully Bridge on Washington Boulevard would also be widened.
We noticed there are some piles driven there years ago, but nothing was done. I've asked NWA to do a costing, and it will cost about $160 million to construct the third lane, because coming on Washington Boulevard, when you reach Patrick City, you always have a backneck with the traffic there.
And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us again next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.